think it's like October. Wendy might know. I'd have to ask her.
I made a mistake in pulling the page off of the park site. I didn't read it.
Nice to meet you.
It said May 4th, 2024. That was the most recent one I had.
There might be one yet here in the spring. I'm not sure.
You're okay with the decisions that you made? Okay.
That's where it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we take turns.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm kidding. I like the show too. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I'm glad that you supported that. So you don't need to go line another piece of power to both of those. I'm trying to get my mind back to what I had the community often got sort of things. And I talked to them. Diane Biddle and I talked to
like your other lawyer was
Jim Stone, John, and Amanda Holler. I kind of went, hey, I just want to make sure you guys are okay with it.
I knew him since he was a kid and didn't realize it was him. I saw him lawyer and I'm going like my mom, she looked on that's nice. I know that person. So, man, I thought single because the money doesn't last forever, right? And it's like, a lot of things go crazy. And they can't do money's very it's expensive.
My uncle was on call here, but
yeah.
There's a bunch of neighbors
Related to some of them. I used to realize that car.
Yeah. I really appreciate this.
No, he lives up by,
Is it really responsible?
nice town up there.
They want to hurt,
He has two farms up there. Wow. Yeah, he was on the team that developed the land here.
oh,
So he's a nice check.
Yeah.
Nice check.
that doesn't have to work.
No, he kicked back, bought two farms, and he and his wife divorced, and so she was, I think, her.
Oh, okay.
That's where she was from. I don't know her from anything.
Oh, so you'll get both.
So you
I tried to talk to
Sam Royer.
Yeah, he was CIA for me.
That's a great
And I'll write down the code first. I have a 50% off.
So they are related. If you go from Waynesboro over to somehow related to.
There you go, there you go. All right, let me know what you want to do. I'll rock that.
Wayne Castle. They were my grandfather's cousins.
Yeah.
Well, there was a name not known.
No.
Well,
We're good.
lawyer book.
I'm not getting in trouble with the tax.
66.
There you go. Did you get my email?
Today?
So that's all I know.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't check it. I was out of the office.
Yeah. Everything, you're busy.
Well,
How many, surveys you got?
Tuesdays and Wednesdays are best for me, but I will totally work around this.
But there's only me and other guys that works in the field.
Happy to do it, happy to do it. Like I said yesterday.
Few people when they're already out, you know, and here and
The one, yeah, you gotta have all that.
And then, you know, when I got the job, shit, I made some stuff that was handled, expectation at the time thing. Let's get that all laid out. In writing, and you know what we'll say about that one too?
You still have the building down there, the white brick building with the eye dot.
I sold that. I sold that to the eye. And building out across the street.
I'm right. You heard me say that one?
Yeah.
And I,
Yeah, I'm sure there were six. I had four cemetery guys make me do walls.
That's why I said.
Otherwise, I couldn't get that.
Put all these strings in, I figured we're.
That's what you're not. How you doing?
Little friend? Yeah, so I'll probably do it.
How much time did you? Because I was like, No, we just both got a little hot. So that's the kind of. So I don't it's not.
All right, well.
I understand. Yeah, we'll check.
But we're all good. I want to know. Aaron Burns. We're not taking it out. Shut up, that's what we just talked about. And then we had but for 14 years, yeah, they become really good something when they were in England. It's just amazing how those guys in the 1700s travel around like Benjamin Franklin was here. It's not like I mean, maybe things were a little slower there, but it's not there. Oh, absolutely. I'm glad to help you out. So we'll wait till the very end.
He'll address that.
During the Civil War, France might have been with the Confederates, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, it's 6 o'clock, we're going to go ahead and get started. If we stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I have roll call, please?
Mr. Barlow,
Here.
Mr. Kyle,
Here.
Mr. Hill,
Here? Thank you. All right, first we have here tonight, we have the fire department here with us, so we're going to go ahead and turn that over to you guys right off the bat here, that way you don't have to sit through this whole entire meeting. So who wants to do the honors?
Yeah, so I'm Brian Wheeler from Adams Regional EMS. We started a conversation a few months back about adjusting the 2-4 box area that affects a lot of Liberty Township. I just wanted to make sure that the message was not misconstrued. Currently what happens is we dispatch 2 ambulances to that for every single call. One from Fairfield, one from Emmitsburg. My recommendation, my suggestion is on the lower acuity calls, the class 2 and 3 calls, we just send a single closest ambulance. I don't care if it comes out of Emmitsburg or Fairfield. In most cases, it will come out of Emmitsburg because they're closer. But we're tying up a lot of resources. The numbers in Fairfield, the call volume is steadily increasing. We're about at a 7 or 7.5% overlapping call volume there now. So when there's one call, if you listen to the scanner at all, when there's one call in Fairfield, there's usually 3 or 4. I don't know why it happens that way, but it happens that way all the time. So all we're asking to do is, I can work with Bill and just draw down to the single closest ambulance for class 2 and 3 calls, which are the lower acuity calls. My unit is typically staffed as an ALS unit, so anything, it's gonna come regardless. We'll still leave the closest ambulance for the class 1 calls. We can still get to. I'm just trying to better utilize the resources.
Do you actually house a vehicle in Fairfield now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have since 2019.
Okay.
And then you, 2 questions I had on and I think I know the answer to this one, the class 1 categorization, the EMS dispatchers making that call.
They do,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So they got a broken femur, I know it's class 1, boom.
But yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they determine that on the 911 call.
We got somebody with breathing problems, you might try to stop us.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool. And then I assume you also account for the seasonality of the calls that are done at Liberty?
Correct.
Yeah.
And we bring, actually, during the peak times of ski liberty, I put two staffed ambulances in Fairfield to help offset
Yeah,
some of that call volume, but yeah, it's,
With that 2-4 box, you were just talking 3 houses, weren't you, on Ranch Trail?
no,
A mile?
no, that's so, more confusing. That's the piece of Carroll Valley, so Carroll Valley Borough obviously is the rest of that. We have the ability to separate that out, but we don't, if we just adjust the 2-4 box to a single ambulance for 2s and 3s, we don't have to do anything else.
yeah.
Just to, again, the resources that we're committing to the lower acuity sick people calls, it just doesn't always make sense, and we're
Yeah.
dropping.
Now, that's gonna be a boxcar change, correct?
Correct, so that will come through the fire department, that'll come through Bill.
Right, okay.
So do we have to vote on anything, or you just
No, I
basically tell
I
us?
just don't wanna ask Bill to do the work, because again, we had this conversation a few months ago, it was like a hard no for some reason, so I just.
So the
wanted-
2-4 box includes what area?
The 2-4 box is pretty much everything that borders the state of Maryland, right? So, the Fairfield Road from the creek, I guess, where Thomas Creek comes across all the way up, and it goes out, geez, I don't even know how far, you go, Josh, how
I
far
think
out?
it runs over to like the Stoltz Road area.
Yeah.
So it covers pretty much the lower
Outdoor
side, the
versus-
south side
yeah,
of
this little
Liberty.
corner.
Yep.
Because right now, I believe the 2-4 box was being dual dispatched, and Emmitsburg was making it 90% of the time there first.
They absolutely should, they're a mile closer. Well, look, there's some differences. A class 3 call in Pennsylvania is a non-emergent call. We're not coming with lights and sirens.
Yeah.
My understanding is nothing in Maryland goes that way. Everything is lights and sirens. So if I'm following traffic, doing the thing, but they're absolutely, they're a mile, between a mile and a half and 3/4 of a mile closer, all the way up to, Fairfield Road.
And that's my only concern, is if we change the box, is it gonna change Emmitsburg's response? Because if Emmitsburg is giving our residents in this area a better response time, we want Emmitsburg dispatched first.
So that's on the box card. I assume that Bill has his box card set up to run the closest unit. Emmitsburg is gonna be, and I can verify that, but
Yeah.
Emmitsburg is still going to be the closest unit. It's mileage. There's no penalty because it's coming from the other state. There's some formulas that are sometimes applied. Pennsylvania, we do not apply those in Adams County, so there's no delay applied to that. So if they're the closest ambulance to the center of the box area, which in the 2-4 box they absolutely are, they're going to get dispatched for the 2s and the 3s. For the class 1s, we're both coming anyway,
Yeah.
unless they are successful in getting a medic unit in there. But I'm just trying to reduce some of
It's
the
a waste
risk
of
that we're
money.
doing, some of the drop calls that we're missing.
Right.
Resources.
Well, I would say, I wouldn't have a problem with them putting the box car together and then presenting it to the board for review and potentially to approve.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you guys think?
I agree with that,
Yeah.
you're comfortable with it.
absolutely.
All right,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
appreciate it. Do you need anything else, Dave? You guys?
Yeah, I'm just here for a different reason.
Oh,
He's got a tin cup out.
I'm here for the Fountaindale Fire Department here tonight.
Oh,
As you
okay.
know, we put a new pumper tanker in service,
yes.
and we're just looking for maybe a little help in the funding of it.
Okay, all right. I tell you what, let the board, we'll talk about that and get with you, because I know it was something that we had, talked about when we came up for the
Right.
install of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had held off, so, we most certainly will, we'll take that under consideration and get back with you on
It's
that.
doing well, and
That's great.
for our department, small department, it's a big undertaking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yep, absolutely.
I mean, we did pay for half of it. It cost $640,000, we paid $320 down. We borrowed the rest of that 2% through a PEMA loan in Pennsylvania, so,
Okay.
but it's still a challenge.
All right, that sounds great. I do appreciate that. Like I said, it's not that we was not willing or didn't want to address that. It was something we were waiting to get done here in this year, so we most certainly take that under consideration.
I appreciate
We'll
that.
definitely get back with you.
I appreciate that, thank you.
All right, anything else from the fire department? Okay, we're gonna move on. Thank you guys, we appreciate it again. Have a great evening. Next thing we have is item 4 here is for public comment. Do we have any public comment? Seeing no public comment, we'll move on to supervisors' comment. Any of the supervisors have any comments?
I'll just say that it's been like 23 hours this month, primarily focused on additional operational efficiencies in the township, more around administrative things, and some things that we're working on, zoning and permitting and things like that. So we had several internal and external meetings to support that. That's it for me.
Bobby, you have anything?
No, I don't keep track of my hours. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. I wanna thank the road department, the roads are looking good, you're getting things cut back already, and, Dan seems to be working out real well, new hire, so that's all good.
Appreciate that, thank you very much. All right, so one of the comments I will make as a supervisor comment is, we, this past week, had an opportunity to come together with Carroll Valley and address a particular issue that we, it was a combination between Carroll Valley and Liberty Township, that we had an issue on one of our roads. We got together with Carroll Valley, presented the problem with them, came up with a game plan, and we met on Monday, our road department and their road department, and addressed the issue. So I want to give kudos to Carroll Valley, their borough manager, their borough council for allowing us to work together and utilizing their equipment, their manpower, and our resources together to address a common problem. So we'll be sending a follow-up letter to Carroll Valley, also thanking them for their support and their help. I believe myself as personally as a supervisor that we need to work together with surrounding municipalities in the best interest of not only our township, but their township, and utilizing any tools and resources that we have, pulling together to help each other out. I think that's the best interest for all involved. So anyhow, I want to thank Carroll Valley for doing that this week with us.
Well, thanks to you for pushing to make it happen.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to move on to our minutes. Did everyone have an opportunity to review the minutes for April the 1st regular meeting?
I did, and I'll make a motion to approve them.
I did. Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Here's that to the page. All right, the next thing we have is our expenses. Did everyone have an opportunity to review the expenses, invoices from 4/2/26 to 4/5/6/26?
I did.
I'll make
I have a motion.
Yes, you so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, the next thing we have is our payroll. Payrolls from 3/22/26 to 4/3/26. I reviewed that payroll. I'll make a motion that we accept the payroll as presented for that time period.
Seconded.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All right, payroll for 4/5 to 4/18/26. Mr. Kyle, I believe you reviewed that payroll.
I did, and I'll make a motion to approve it.
Seconded.
All in favor, says aye.
All right.
Thank you. Payroll for 4/19 to 5/2/26. Chris, I believe you reviewed that payroll.
I did. I make a motion to accept the payroll.
Second your motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. That's how quickly we get through that. All right, the next thing we have on here is the police department. Consider a training request. Did everyone have an opportunity to review that training request? And do you need any more input from the chief about the training request?
I did not.
I don't have any questions. He and I spoke today about it.
Okay, so does everybody, do I have a motion to?
I'll give you a motion to approve his training for the OSA training.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
All right.
Thank you. All right, the next thing is under the police department. Chief, you're up.
Thank you, sir. As you can see, we had 66 calls for service over the 3 municipalities that we service. Conducted 17 traffic stops, 8 citations were issued, 9 warnings were issued. In our township alone, we handled 18 calls, 1 traffic and 1 citation. We had a total of 173 full-time hours, I'm reading the wrong one. We had a total of 176 full-time hours, total of 34 part-time hours for the month, total of 210 patrol hours, 41 hours of admin. That was prior to Ms. Ilko resigning for her family, and traveled a total of 1,421 miles for the month of April.
Does anyone have any questions for the chief on his report?
No, but I do want to thank Terry for we've done some of this new realignment, the extra level of burden that's on you and the extra work that you're having to pull together. We just really appreciate it.
Thanks, Terry, appreciate that. All right, the next thing we have, we're into our zoning and sewer enforcement permits issued, for the month of April. We had, a front porch addition permit that was issued for $100. A pole building by 24 by 14, for, on Terry Lane for $100 for a total permit, land use permits of $200. We have a driveway permit for $65, a well permit for $50, total of $315 for permits for the month of April. As far as the zoning, ongoing zoning issues, we're content, we have put them on hold at this point in time, until we do some realigning of our zoning and zoning enforcement side. All right, now we're at the road department.
You skipped, you're looking at an old agenda, did you skip the consider restructuring zoning department?
Hang on, let me see what the other.
The very first time I sent you your packet, then I had to redo it.
MDIA.
Oh, yes.
Do you need a copy of that? It's the one
Yeah.
everyone else has right now.
I don't say, it's here somewhere, I just don't know what it's at.
Plenty right here, just give me one.
Thank you.
Because then there's one other item on there that wasn't on the original agenda.
Thank you, I appreciate it. All right, we'll move this, put this one down here. All right, consider reconstruction the zoning, department. We, did have meetings with our zoning, our PDIA.
MDIA.
Or MDIA, Management Land
Inspections.
Inspections,
Agency.
yes. We had a meeting with them and talked over some issues that we have in the township and how we want to move forward with them as our enforcement and also permitting process. We're turning a lot of that over to them and taking some of the burden off of Wendy personally. So I want to make a motion that we move forward with that reconstruction process.
Seconded.
All in favor?
All right.
I wasn't able to make that meeting, and I guess you guys were satisfied with that. I asked Mickey about it, and we talked about it briefly, so.
Yeah, and Wendy was there as well. And I
Yeah,
think
that
they
was
got in line with Brittany, who works for them. It looks like we could put a good place
Yeah,
in place.
Yeah, okay.
And for you guys, this is just to sort of smooth out and give a third party who's responsible for it versus to go back and forth where Wendy can work with MDIA to solve these problems in a more efficient manner.
Yes, yes. So we had a meeting with Wendy, an executive meeting with Wendy on April the 16th at 8 a.m. to talk about some of these issues and how we wanted to move forward. Not only did we meet with our zoning enforcement people, we also met today with our engineering firm on moving forward with the engineering and how we work with them on a day-to-day basis. And the same exact thing, we're turning more of the responsibility of the engineering and SEO and stuff like that over to them and less involvement with Wendy. So I'll make a motion that we move forward with that restructuring also.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you. All right, now we'll go on to the road department. So before we get to that, I'll do that since we're on the thing first. So I met with New Enterprise earlier in the month to go over, they gave us an estimated price back in the fall of what it would cost for us to redo Bullfrog Road. And then when we put out our bid packs, they put the bid packs out according to the estimate that they originally gave us in the scope of work of what we put on. What happened was we went out to actually lay out the base repair work on the roads and on Bullfrog, particularly over the winter months because of the freeze and thaw in the area. We found that we have more base repair that needed to be done than was actually in the bid pack originally. So I asked them to do a change order to that effect. It's about $7,900, which still is not over the bid price that they had, but what time we needed to put a or the lowest bid, price. That we had to put a change order in to move forward with fixing that. An additional, 172 square yards is what it comes up to. So I'll make a motion that we move forward with that, to do the additional 172 square yards of base repair required, on Bullfrog before we pave it.
That still comes under what we had originally.
A lot, by about $60,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's most certainly within the
You
scope.
gotta get that base repaired.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion that we move forward with the change order, and because we are actually, since we're on the topic of Bullfrog, I just met with them today. We are going to try to do the base repair and blacktop that road on May the 18th. 18th, 19th, and 20th is the projected day that we're gonna hit this, weather permitting. That's the motion.
All right, seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
That did quick.
So I will just pick up now from that place. We also have already started bringing material in for Girl Scout. We brought in 100 tons of 2R. Pardon me.
It's allergy season, you're all right.
I know. We brought 100 tons of 2RC stone in, had it dropped this past Thursday over on Girl Scout, at the Girl Scout camp. Myself and Dan and Bobby's going to be out helping us next week, weather permitting. We're going to do drainage lines on both sides of the road, the entire length of the road. We're putting in under drains and widening the road by 2 feet. So we're gonna do the prep work, and then also on May the 18th, Russell Standard has contacted us that they want to also pave that road the same day. So we're gonna finish on the 15th, and they're gonna come in on the 18th. We will have our road projects, if everything goes as right, done before school's even out.
That's great.
It's just like, it's awesome. I know this past week, Dan and I was over yesterday on Bullfrog Road. We had 2 pretty good sized stumps that were tree stumps that had been cut off years ago, right on the edge of the road. The one was very problematic when we got in there and started digging it. Actually, the root system was under the road. So it took us a lot of work to get that out of there without tearing up a lot of the road.
Is that part of that 7,900 bid?
No, that's not. That was us doing it. And, so we did get those 2 trees out of there and get them pushed out the right of way and the holes that they created filled, and then we had to put about a dump truck and a half load of stone in there to hold up the shoulder of the road. So anyhow, we're ready to go forward with our road projects. All right, so some of the things we did here in April, we used 86.8 gallons of gas, 71.1 gallons of off-road diesel. We drove a total of 1,121.2 miles. We also worked on the shoulder on Boyle Road. Boyle Road had a pretty severe drop-off from Irishtown Road down to the bridge. We fixed those shoulders this past month, and then from Irishtown going towards Stoltz on the right-hand side, we had a pretty good drop-off there. We put some number 4 stones in there, and then we put 2 RC in along the roads to the shoulder of the road to fix that. There was about a 4-inch drop-off along the road. You also will see on Orchard Road, we had it line painted, and also Glad Hill Road was line painted, with center lines, double center lines, and then fault lines on both sides of the road. Don't fire me for the cricket line on Orchard, but the guys had a little slip up. They ran off the road and painted half the yard down to one side of the road, so they had to come back and restripe, and when they restriped, for some reason, they followed the white line and hit their yellow line and got the line crooked going down the road. It's like, it always looked like you were having a few drinks before you put that line out there on that road. But anyhow, we did get it done. Glad Hill, they did a perfect job on Glad Hill. So we are pleased that those are done. some of the other things we did, we've been working on meeting with the representatives and talking to people with the LSA grant. The LSA grant was a $400,000 grant that we got from the state with the help with our district 91. Dan Mile helped us achieve getting this grant for $400,000. So we have been working with the vendors to give us prices and quotes, which I'll present tonight, to the township to move forward with getting a brand new boom mower for the township and also a brand new backhoe for the township. So I have those bids tonight. We did a sign inventory in the township, and our reflectivity on a lot of our signs is outdated, and the state requires that we keep those updated to specs. So today I went and ordered new signs for our road signs in our township. Hang on, since I'm on signs. Here's the sign price for the new signs that we ordered today.
This is what you have to put up.
These are what we have to, yes, we need to replace those signs. I have one for Wendy, I have two. Alright, so the signs are about $1,018. Stoltz Road, Glad Hill, Stillman Marker, Girl Scout, Irish, just about all our signs. Orchard, Bullfrog Road, Stoops, Boyle, and Petra. Uh-oh, I gotta change that to
Yeah.
Is it spelled incorrectly?
It's
Yeah.
incorrect. It's
Oh,
it's the other picture.
Good thing I got to approve this. I'm glad I just saw that, because that's not good. Some people on Petra Road may be upset. But anyhow, the signs are about $1,000 for those signs. I do have to confirm this, which I will do tomorrow and send this back into them. So I'm gonna make a motion that we move forward with our sign order.
Got it in the budget, right?
It is in the budget.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I would say, yeah, I don't do
Yeah.
this.
All right,
I got a motion,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
in favor?
All right.
Thank you. Wendy, I have a copy up here for you also on that. We also attended, myself and Dan, our new hire, went to the PSATS conference from April the 19th through April the 22nd. Took a lot of their updated classes, all new classes for him. We also got to meet and greet a lot of the people all over the state of Pennsylvania that do the same thing we do when it comes to road departments and bids and the whole 9 yards. We met with a lot of the vendors that we use on a day-to-day basis with everything from snow mix material to plows to trucks, tractors, you name it, they're out there. So we spent 3.5 days dealing with that. Plus, every morning they did from 8 a.m. until about lunchtime, we had what they call our general sessions. Dan was not too pleased with the general sessions because they don't really pertain a lot to roads per se, but it's very informative to what's going on in the state of Pennsylvania. Everything from data centers to solar to whatever's hitting townships and what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, how they interact, new ordinances coming about, new state legislation. So these things went on for 4 hours. The theme this year was 250. Of course, everybody knows 250th anniversary for the United States. So that was a real kick thing we had in us. And one day, they actually had a speaker that was for about 3.5 hours gave us the whole constitutional breakdown from from Thomas Jefferson and his view and how he moved forward working with local municipalities and townships from 1773 up until he died. And that was very interesting to me. I thought Dan was going to die following him. But anyhow, these things, some of the things that take place at the PSATS conference that you don't get, and you're not going to find out unless you actually go. And then we had our voting delegates to vote on a whole referendum of things coming down the pipe for us. So anyhow, it was a very informative meeting. We learned a lot, got a lot done. Like I said, I did have an opportunity to meet with the Girl Scout camp director, and these are things that we collaborate with other people, and we got them to agree to let us use their lots to to drop zone our materials for our road work, also for Bullfrog, for their equipment and everything. So we had to get those things all set up and get them done. So it's a cooperation of different people coming together and working together on behalf of the township. Let me see here. That's worked. And that's done. Schedule pay. Yep, that's done. Okay, that's all I got. So the only thing I've got moving forward here is I need to pass out to the supervisors. There's 2 sets of bids here. What we have, the first round is going to be, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine.
That's not till 11.
What's this?
Yeah, that's, we have that under equipment purchases under.
Oh, do we have that?
Yeah,
Never
it's at the
mind.
bottom.
All right, we'll go down there and I'll pass that out at that point in time.
Moving right along.
Yes, moving right along, thank you very much. Moving right along. All right, we are under planning, commissioner, planning commission, April the 21st meeting, that is what, Wendy, that is for discussion of silos.
Chris attended that meeting, he can report.
Yes, right, so, the last, so I also sit as an alternate on the planning commission, they had brought up the salvage to us in the fall, and I know that we had tabled it, so I just wanted us to put that back on our radar screen, or our radar, so that we can review what we want to do for short-term rentals, Airbnb. Was a bunch of stuff in that. I don't even know if there's an action required on it. I just didn't, you know how I am. I like to get things off the list and check it off. So if we could just at some point review it this week, and then if at the next meeting, we can just determine whether we put a vote on whether we're doing anything or we're not doing anything, but at least that's been checked off the box. So I just want to bring that to your attention.
And Dominic today has a lot of good suggestions.
Okay,
Yes.
We got a template.
okay, cool.
Yeah, so we did talk to him today about this very subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I
so-
know it's coming up tonight.
Oh, all right, so yeah, it's been sitting out there for 4 months now, 5 months, so I just want to get it,
I thought it was longer than that.
yeah, maybe it is.
It's been longer than that.
All right, get it off the plate.
All right, sounds good. All right, that's that, that's planning board, The next thing we have is the Blue Ridge Sportsman's, at 3030 Old Waynesboro Pike. The planning date, and the revised was 1/21/26. The planning commission recommended conditional approval. Unfortunately, at this time, we have not heard back from, Hamilton Band. I know I had tabled it last time because we were waiting for, Hamilton Band to take action.
Can I interject? They're waiting on you also.
No, that's not how this goes, and you know that. Hamilton,
I go there and they say we're waiting on
I understand that, but our conditions have been all along, we will not approve anything until they approve. And
Well-
we made that known, and I actually called a meeting with them and have not got a meeting with them yet.
Well, are you okay with the plan? I know the last time we met, you had some questions about that, and I went back and wrote you a letter, and if you're okay with that, that's fine. We can just sit there with liberties until Hamilton Band's ready, but I just wanna make sure
Right.
that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with what you put on there myself
Okay.
personally, but I still was waiting for Hamilton Band to weigh in on those same concerns, and they have not.
Well, they required the club to remove the stone from the previous campground areas.
I knew
And
that.
so we're all waiting on the club to do that.
Because what
So that's
happened
where we
with the
are.
club is their president approached me, and I went up and looked at where they wanted to put the stone, and I told them that they did not need, a permit to do that. But then he comes back 2 weeks later and says, I need that in writing. I said, I'm not giving you nothing in writing unless you put in for a permit. So then he put in for a permit, we sent it on to our permit agency, and then they gave him an official response, you don't need a permit. So I was like,
A permit just to pile stone, is that what he was after, or what? I don't-
yeah, because I told him, I said, if you're gonna take the stone from the campground and you're gonna put it over in an existing parking area that already has stone, we don't have a problem with that.
Right,
Do it.
right.
But then he comes back 2 weeks later and says, well, I want that in writing. No, 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 no. I'm not, as soon as I give you something in writing, then somebody comes back and says, why'd you let him do that? You, no, so I said, if you want something in writing, it's gotta go through the permitting process.
Okay, I don't know why he asked you that, but okay.
Yeah, so we sent it on to our zoning people, they sent him a reply, you don't need a permit.
Okay.
So, and like you said, they've taken no other action.
Well, I just wanted everybody to know what Hamilton Band is waiting on is them to remove the stone. So if they don't need a permit over there, which I didn't think they did,
They
they just
don't.
remove the stone and put it over on their existing parking lot,
Right.
and then Hamilton Band will be happy. So,
I guess, I'm not answering for him on the bank.
right, no, I understand. It's my understanding they'll be happy.
Okay, so what's the time limit for this, Wendy, do you know?
I do not have that in my head. We put an extension, Lee put in an extension for that, so.
Yeah, we have an extension for what,
Yeah,
June, Wendy, I think?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah.
Well, June's coming up here.
Well, then if they don't finish, then they'll have to put in another extension. We're waiting for them to move the stone. We can't do anything.
Well, we can improve the condition upon Hamilton approving it too, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. If we're satisfied with it.
Well, I still have answers.
He wants
I
it.
want them to answer me back for what I had.
Who, Hamilton man?
Yeah.
So you still have issues then?
I want them to give us clarification, and that's what I'm waiting for, on some of the things that we had in there.
Okay.
And they haven't got back to us on that. I can stop over and see them again. They like seeing my lovely face.
Who would, well, what do we need clarification, what do we need clarification on?
I prefer to talk about that in executive area section, I guess.
Okay, all right, we have to have an executive session on the next matter,
Okay,
so we can talk about that in both then.
okay, so we're gonna table the next one for executive session?
Yeah, the Rand real estate one.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on, consider accepting review of 25B 180024-000, Operation Second Chance at 17870 Hardball Valley Road, the land development plan dated 5/1. Does anyone have any issues with, accepting that?
No, I do
No.
not.
Okay, I make a motion, we accept it,
So moved.
review, all in favor?
Alright.
Okay. Consider request for construction bond release. Does everybody have an opportunity to review the construction bond release?
Yes.
Yep.
Does anyone have any issues with the construction bond release?
No, and I make a motion to accept it.
Second.
All in favor?
Alright.
All right. Secretary Treasurer. All right. We get down there where we're at. Steve. I see how I say it.
8E, you have it?
Yeah,
That's my, you see my report?
yeah, that's your report.
And
Right,
then
so
it's
this is
like
Wendy's.
50 pages of financials after that cover sheet, yeah.
So everybody have time to review Wendy's report?
I did, I have a question.
Sure.
Okay.
New enterprise, was that coal tax for the 489.90?
Yes.
How many tons did we get?
You ain't got
No, it didn't.
it.
Not coal
Oh,
tax.
no, the coal patch. Oh, the
Yeah.
coal
Yeah,
patch.
that would've been the previous.
Yeah, that was the previous. That was little over 3 tons.
Wow, that stuff's.
We actually put in 4 tons of coal patch this year.
And that was for 3 tons, the 489?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, this went up. This went up big time.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that when we got the bill, now I
Yes,
remember.
this went up big time.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
I'm good with it other than that question.
All right. So I'll make a motion, we approve her report is presented.
Second.
All in favor says aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, the other thing, consider contracting with a temp employment agency for secretarial office file. Chris, have you ever any luck at looking into that?
No, I think we just want to put forward the motion to contract with, was it Adecco?
That's in the packet. I put a summary in there with 2 bids.
Yeah. We'd used them before.
Yes,
Yeah, we
we have.
did. They were
Yeah.
pretty successful at finding someone who has just enough skills, not overqualified, and they do all of that.
to take a moment.
So this is at 7, let's see, that could possibly
Yeah, they
cost
said it's-
$17 to $26 an hour.
Well, what it would be is if they would pay the person 17, they would charge us 26. You know, so,
And the other agency is 33 to 35.
yeah, all, yeah,
55, wow.
yeah.
Who could
I
that
think
be?
because they only have, you know, highly qualified people. So that's why they're so much higher.
Okay, so if we do this, we would still be looking for someone that, if we find someone that we can hire like a intern or something like that, we could replace.
We could just cancel this contract. This isn't anything you're.
This is just temp.
You're just
Yeah.
signing up with an agency, using the person, and then when you're done using the person, you
As
just don't, you
needed.
don't, you
And
know.
then we can move forward if we wanna continue to do that, but right now, we're just gonna get caught up on the file.
All right, I'll make a motion that we move forward with the temp,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, we're at 9A. Consider proposal zoning amendment regarding the conservation by design.
So we know that this has been in John's queue for a while, and so we want to get this out of John's queue. So I want to, I don't know if you guys want to discuss it, but my motion is going to be that we ask Rob Thayer to take a look at it and do a draft for us so that we can save you from having to do a preliminary draft.
Well, I disagree with that because Rob Thayer was the one that this was a part of, and he does not. He's the one that drew up the design.
I'm aware of that.
And he does not want us to change his baby. So he's not gonna do anything, that's why we turned it over to John to do.
No, I know he's busy, and I can give Rob a call and ask him to say
Rob was
this.
here today.
Oh, well, I wasn't here, so.
I don't want Rob to do it, because I just don't want him to do it.
It's not, what you're saying, we're gonna get the quality work out of him that we need.
He's not gonna give us what we want, he's gonna plug in what he wants at the county level, and that's not where we're
Okay.
at.
I would agree with that.
John, has worked on it before, he's been working on it, and I think we need to let him continue.
There's just a lot of work involved, cause you gotta change the sourdough. And actually, I have been working on it, but just taking a long time.
Okay.
I was gonna suggest, I see down here you wanna do something with, data centers. You know, you gotta, for zoning changes, you gotta have hearings, you know, it's a long process. I was gonna say, maybe we can combine both of those, the data center one, I spent a lot of time on that for my other townships, and I think I sent, just this afternoon, I sent you all an ordinance. I think we can, that work is done on my part. Some of the things may not be applicable to Liberty, like a lot of my townships are concerned, their agriculture is a big part in Antrim, St. Thomas, Fannett, and they have provisions in there that if you're gonna put a data center on prime agricultural lands, I think it's 100 acres, you can only use 25 for the data center, you gotta save 75 for the prime agricultural lands. I don't know, I'm not that familiar with Liberty, I know you have some farms, so I don't know if that's a concern.
But I think that we
That
can.
is a major concern.
Oh, that is
I
maybe a
think we're-
concern also?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then you would want, that's in there, you would want that in your ordinance also then.
But we wanna make sure we've got this conservation by design issue that we wanna make sure that we're addressing.
Right.
So we also wanna get, and I agree that data centers would fit right into it, so if we can do that all at one time, I agree with
And you
that.
know, we spoke to Dominic again today about that, and originally, when this came up with this conservation by design, I actually went in to KPI and sat down and talked to them in there, and Dominic told me, he goes, I can take this, he goes, as you just said, he goes, I can go through there and change all those different things for
For
you.
conservation by design.
Yeah, he-
Well, I don't have a problem if you want him to do it, I kind of agree with you with Rob Thaler, because he's kind of pro conservation by design.
I think the biggest thing from our standpoint is it would, like, I think our philosophy that we talked about was we agree with that at 100 acres or 70 acres or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody that's got a large parcel, you can't just go and throw a whole data center in there, but that would be an issue. But what we wanna address are these small parcels that are not that, and I just wanna make sure that we're not kicking the can down, cause I know somebody wants to move ahead with a project.
Right.
A data center project?
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah, well, last time I talked to Lee, he said his client wasn't in a big rush. Now, maybe he's in a big rush now.
I think he changed his mind. I think he changed his mind.
I've been in that big rush.
Yeah, I also wanna
I
be-
build those every day.
Yeah, I also don't wanna be kicking the can down the road for you, right? So
Right,
we
right.
We
wanna
don't
get
want
it
the data
addressed.
centers here, so
Yeah.
just decline the data center stuff.
But unfortunately, it's not that easy, we can't just decline it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's a lot of work with changing that conservation by design.
I think that does need to be a priority.
Yeah, I guess that's my only point is I wanna make it a priority and not like, I just wanna make sure we get it
The
off
reason
the
I'm
rest.
here is I'm just trying to get clarification on how,
Where
you're saying that it's taking a long time. I'm just.
I'm about
Where we are
25,
with
if I was, I'm about 25% done with what I need to do.
And
I'm
we
about
gotta change
halfway.
the whole-
So I guess what happens next?
we gotta change the whole silo there. Any place in there that has conservation by design in it
Yep.
has to come out.
It-
So we gotta change the whole, everything, it's got page by page, it's gotta be changed.
Yeah, you have to change the zoning and the subdivision ordinance.
Right.
And then, and both of those ordinances are about 40, 50 pages each. And there's a lot of references to conservation by design in each one. So when you take it out, you can't just take it out, you gotta make sure it makes sense to take it out. You know, so it's,
I think Dominic can be a big asset there.
Well, he can, and like I said, the conversation I had with him originally was he could do that if we wanted to do it. The thing we don't want is we don't want county involved.
Right.
We don't want any representative from county involved because they have their own agenda and
I agree with
it
that.
doesn't not line up with Liberty Township's agenda. So, you know, again, if you get, next thing you know, we got county, and next thing we have state involved, then we have feds involved, and we got a hell of a damn mess.
Yeah.
It's like, we just gotta stay out of this.
well, I can send Dominic what I've done so far.
I can call him tomorrow and let him know that you're gonna.
I'll send him what I've done, and then we can let him take it over from there.
I just wanna make sure we're moving the ball down the field.
Yeah.
That's all I care
Well,
about.
I would
absolutely.
rather, yeah,
I think
I'll just transfer what I've done over to Dominic
Yeah.
and let him take the ball. and
That's
run with it
perfect.
from there.
Okay,
Great.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Do I make a motion for that, or are we good?
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we, do the conservation, you reach out to Dominic and move it over to Dominic.
Yep.
Okay.
For his,
Well, actually, they
For his review,
they can
or-
work together and then he does the final review on it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do the advertising for the hearings and the stuff, the legal stuff like that. But he can go through it, and I don't even know, was he the engineer when you adopted that?
Oh, I'm sure we've
I
had
think
it
he
forever.
was. Yes, I think he, the conversation I had with him,
Yeah.
I think he were involved.
So he might, see, I don't have the original ordinance. I only have hard copies of it, so he might be able to just,
All right.
it might be.
So if you got a motion, I'll second your motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sounds
Good.
good. And
All
John,
right.
you'll take care of
What's that?
that. You guys will take care of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you a copy of the email I send to Dominic.
That sounds great.
Okay.
I would.
Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Let me see, what we got next on, public comments on new
Well,
business.
you skipped over B and old business.
Oh, the video?
Oh, yeah. Consider review of the Act 22 law enforcement audio and video recording request file. Everyone had an opportunity to read that. I will be honest with you, I did not.
Yeah.
You tabled it last
I'll
month
be
because
honest,
you
I
didn't have an
didn't.
opportunity.
What's that?
That, last month.
That's exactly what I tabled last month.
Yeah.
Did anyone else have an opportunity to review it? Do we want to table it again?
Yes.
All right, we're tabling. I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let's pick this up here where I can,
Read it?
okay.
Yeah.
Say, all the stuff I get to deal with each day, I kind of forget stuff. All right, now, under new business, do we have any comment on the new business?
Okay, C, under new business, the Kite subdivision, if you remember, out on Hartwell Valley Road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ended up to be a problem with clean and green. And all I really need is from the township, a letter saying, we're not changing the approved subdivision plan that we did for Raymond and I forget his wife's name, subdivision. The attorney, for the clean and green, for representing Mr. Kite, thought that maybe we could, take away one of the parcel subdivisions we did to make lots comply with your zoning regulation. And I said, I don't think that's a good idea, because we had to subdivide the property to make an existing non-conforming lot the same size, and we subdivided off a piece of that to make the required frontage of the subdivision. And so, if we take one of those parcels away, now we violated your zoning regulations. So, I just need a letter from you saying, no.
All right, well, I know I had a little bit of a conversation, I think I read your email. Is that something we need to take up? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the letter you sent said that you do not want parcel B, the .33, third of an acre tract, to be part of the Kite, it was gonna be transferred to the Kite property.
0.38.
There was two parcels there.
But there's a note there that said, on the plan, that says that's gonna be conveyed to the,
Well,
so how-
the Kite's owned two parcels.
right, but they were gonna convey it to that small one.
Right.
Right, so that, has that happened? Has that property been conveyed?
Yes, all
Okay.
that has been conveyed.
Okay, so that's done. So, what do you want this letter, the only way to change that,
Is go through subdivision again.
yeah, and have, right,
Right. But then we'd be creating non-conforming parcels, so then we'd have to go to zoning hearing board.
Not if they put them back together.
No, we had,
well, okay, well,
we
you're
had a
saying,
big, we had a big piece and we had a little piece.
Yeah.
We took part of the little piece and put it to the big piece, took part of the big piece and put it with the little piece, so that the little piece, being a non-conforming lot, didn't change in square footage, because it doesn't meet your zoning regulations, because it's old. The small piece we took off the little piece made the big piece have enough of the required frontage that you need to create a lot for the big piece. So we had the required frontage and the required
Okay.
square footage. Now, the piece that came off the big piece to make the little piece the same size, the attorney thought we could just do away with that and convey that back. Because Clean and Green said, because you took a small piece off of this, even though you added the same square footage back on the big piece, they want to charge the Kites $27,000 because they did that. And so we have a hearing, or we requested a hearing with Clean and Green, because it makes no sense.
so when I talked to you on the phone, I said, there's an attorney involved, I forget her name, I said, tell the attorney to prepare whatever you want us to sign. Has she done that?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're asking us to sign.
Well, she asked me to ask the township, so.
Ask us what?
She wants us to tell her what to write to us for us to get to sign it. Now, that ain't.
I know.
I'm still not sure what you want us to do, or want us to say.
So our response back to her is, can you have her draft a letter that she wants us
And then we'll take a look at it.
We'll take a look at it.
Okay,
Alright, how's that sound?
alright. Yeah,
Let's handle it that way.
Here you go, back at you, just take long.
I mean, if it's just something, we don't care if we don't care if you allow this to work for Clean and Green, I guess that's okay, because it's up to them. That's,
Yeah, so,
you know, we can't say, yes, this definitely qualifies for Clean and Green, that's the county's. But it's really not our,
I don't know.
I mean, we could say a letter saying we don't care, which I think is what she wants.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can take care of that with her, right?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, you guys don't need to do anything.
Alright, cool, that's the right answer.
Okay. And you take care of that, and we'll review your letter, or her letter,
Okay.
at that point in time.
Alright,
All right?
I'll do that.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Good night.
See you next month.
See you
Yeah.
later.
See you next time.
See you, Lee.
I'm gonna put that. grant.
I don't know, well, yeah, we did, Lee was
You
part
covered
of
Oh,
C.
this is publicly,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
any other public comment? None, alright, so we're gonna move on to A.
Right.
Consider the purchase of the LSA grant for this equipment.
So did you get the money?
Did I get the money? If I got the money, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Oh.
So that's.
Will you be out test driving truck cars?
Yes, I'd be out doing my own thing. So let me make sure I'm all, got everybody's thing here. This one is written up on that. And that's that. This is Chris Hills. That's Wendy Pex. That's Wendy Pex.
Just leave it out in it.
This is Chris Hills.
I'm bored to serve.
That's fine. I'll get it at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
This is Bobby Kyle. So the first one we have is gonna be, it's to address this boom mower.
Mhm.
So it says that on there, the boom mower, so that's what we're gonna talk about first. Let me get my two.
While you're looking for that, these are both CoStar's purchases, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
These are both CoStar, all these bids are CoStar bids, every one of them. All right, for the boom mower, so we have multiple boom mowers, and we went and got pricing for boom mowers, a Tiger boom mower and then a Mowmaster, and then we got an Earthquake and a Pothole Pro, which those are multitask units. I didn't even bring those bids here because we're not even considering them, because once we looked at the LSA grant, the LSA grant is pretty specific to what we get, and it has to be a boom mower.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So the first one you have in front of you is from US Municipal. This is a Mowmaster 19 foot boom mower with the rear cradle and all that. And then you have the Massey Ferguson, the tractor would be mounted on, it's a Massey Ferguson 5711D Power Pro.
What's the horsepower rating on that?
Oh, geez, ask me that.
Probably 100.
I think it's 105.
That sounds.
Yeah. Chris, you was there.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
105.
There you go. So this price for this particular mower is $177,900 at $393. I did get clarification today from Tamra. I had some questions on this. This particular mower, they can plumb it out for us to be able to put a flail mower head on it, but that's an additional $10,000. That includes the head, the flail head, and also the plumbing. So that would move that up to $88,000 for that particular mower. That mower is not one that you can take on and take off. It's strictly a boom mower that you can move the head, take the head on and off. But that's the limit. We can't use it for anything else.
Is that the one we looked at that you need the extra weight as well for?
Yes, the extra counterweight. Yeah, you went with us up to
Yeah.
100.
So is that weight in here?
No, the extra weight was not included in the
Okay.
price. The next quote we have for a boom mower is your second one that comes from Stevens Equip. This is also, there's two quotes there. One is for a John Deere with the Tiger mower on it. That's $235,977. But the second quote, the other quote we got from Stevens Equipment is the Massey Ferguson, the same exact tractor, the 5711 tractor with, instead of having a Mowmaster mower on it, it has a Tiger mower, boom mower on it, that will also be plumbed for the future. If you wanted to get a flail mower, you can take the rotary mower off and put the flail mower on. The thing about these mowers is a rotary mower does your high trees along the roads, everything like that. A flail mower, a rotary mower will not mow along the road. The only thing it'll do is lay the grass down, it will not cut it, because it will never reach the grass that height. So to mow along the road, the flail mower is what we would need. To get it plumbed for a flail mower in the future, if we're gonna keep the flail mower we have right now, we can still utilize that. We have put money in the past in it, that's one reason we put in for a new mower. But we can still utilize that right now. But if we get to a place where we need a flail mower, instead of buying a whole new mower, tractor, whole 9 yards, we can buy just the mower itself and we can mount it to this tractor. This tractor right now set up with the capability to do that is $211,541.09. And like I said, the John Deere, the same exact setup on the John Deere, is $235. So my recommendation to the board is that we go with the Massey Ferguson Tiger mower with the plumbing. To do the plumbing for that is, it's $2,000.
Additional from the
It's
211.
included in your
So
quote.
it's included in the 211?
It's included in the 211, but that's what it is.
It's not the section that's highlighted?
Yeah,
211.
the pink is highlighted.
Alright.
Yeah, so, I mean.
SEI, Massey Ferguson, Tiger, with it plumbed, 211,
211.
Now, if you want it, and then later, and then later on, later on, if you want to buy the flail mower is about $18,000.
How much are the weights?
They don't put these, that's not required weights, that's on the other one.
Oh,
If
this
you
one is-
remember the, Massey Ferguson with the Momaster, because of how heavy that Momaster
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
all that weight was
Yeah.
picking them, that's not the case with the Tiger.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So my recommendation is we go with the Tiger mower,
So is the motion?
have it plumbed, well, I'll just do the $211,541.
Now that's with the rotary.
That's a rotary head.
Okay.
That's my motion. Unless you guys got a different idea.
No,
No, I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right, I will contact them tomorrow to go ahead and get that, ordered and get it moving forward on that one. All right, the next one is gonna be,
Back door.
the back door. Hold on here, where is my, oh yeah.
Had enough?
So you guys had enough?
For 1 minute, we'll be back.
All right.
See you next month.
All right, so the next thing you have in front of you are the backhoe. We went out and we had a test backhoe brought here, a cat 420 EX that was brought here on site. We had it for 3 days. We went over the whole thing. We utilized it and everything else. With this particular backhoe, all of these backhoes that I got quotes for has a thumb on them. They also have a 1.31 yard front bucket on them. There's a quick connect bucket, so you can just hit a switch inside the thing instead of going out and pulling pins and all that. You hit a button, you can drop that whole front end off, and you can hook up to a piece of equipment. Say you want, a pickup broom, or you want something. There's all kind of little things you can rent, so you can hook right up to it and go. So we don't have to stop on site store this one. So it has, but it comes with a 1.31 yard bucket. It comes with a 24-inch rear bucket. It also comes with the dual locking hydraulic coupler in the back where you can drop the bucket off and reach over, pick up another bucket and pick it. If you want to go to an 18-inch bucket, you drop the 24, reach over, pick up the 18, whatever you want to do. It also comes with a 48-inch swivel head bucket, which is a grader bucket with a go in the back of it, where you can grade your ditches down the line in the township. Because right now we have not had that capacity to do that. So that price for that particular machine is $164,739.
And that comes only with the 24-inch on the hoe.
It comes with a 24 on the hoe and a 48 for the hole.
I mean, was it?
48 what?
48-inch bucket. That's great.
Oh, for the ditching.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
comes with this price.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the head on that, it just has a quick release that allows you guys to move
Yeah.
multiple buckets where you have
Pop, everything's done from inside.
Oh, so only one person can do it, we don't have to.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because right now, we can't change nothing. Now, I
Yeah.
did talk to Cleveland Brothers. The big thing about the seller for Cleveland Brothers, they're a local company. They have a service team that comes out and do all your work right here on site. But I did talk to them, with some options, because like I said, we got $397,000 that we can spend up to. Right now, if you look at the price, and I didn't bring it in here, I think we're at 376. So I was like, you know what, can we get some extra implements? What were the prices of those extra implements are to bring us to closer to that number?
370,
The 397.
yeah.
So if we want to get a broom, a hydraulic broom that would fit right on this, that's it articulates power angles left and right, that we can do a broom sweep. That broom is $16,000 for the broom. So that brings your price up. Also, if we wanted the 18-inch ditching bucket for shoulder work, like what we're doing right now, we're renting the Mini X next week with an 18-inch bucket. An 18-inch bucket is $1,800. So those are implements that we can add on to this quote if we want to.
And you verified that the grant will pay for all this, right?
Yes, the grant will pay for anything, that we can buy anything for these particular machines.
Okay.
They go along with it. We just put it in there as, this is what we're getting with this backhoe, we're getting this, and this, and it's in there.
So those three items that you're gonna do add-ons will leave us under or at?
It will still leave us, so if you, well, right now, the way we've got the quote out right now, if we say we went with this cat, we're at $376,000. Our grant is $397,50.
Okay.
If you add another $16,000 to $376,000, what's that put you at?
392.
So I wasn't thinking about the numbers, what?
$392. Right. Somewhere like that. Oh, and another thing we can do too, when I talked to the guy, Steve, that's our guy that's the LSA grant manager is working with us. We can buy anything we want. If we go over how much our grant is, we just pay the difference.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it is. We got to pay the
How
difference.
about a 3-foot bucket throw in the hoe?
We're getting 3-foot bucket.
We are, I thought we were getting a 24 and an 18 on the hoe.
We're getting a 24, no, we
That
have an
comes with
18.
it.
The 18 does not come with it.
I thought you said 18.
No, I said 18's extras, $1,800 for 18.
I thought you were including with the add-ons.
We're
That's
getting
what
a
I thought
40,
you were.
40, here's what, it's in your pack there, a 48-inch bucket for the back.
Yep, for the ditching.
Yep.
36 inch.
A 36 inch, which is a 3-inch, and a 24.
36 inch for the hoe. And a
Yes.
24.
No, 24.
But you also said 18, I thought.
No, the 18 is, we would have to add that into.
Oh, yeah, 18's not on the quote.
We could add that in there and still be under that.
We could,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Then
could.
you got all three sides for four, yeah, for the hoe.
Four
All
sides.
four counting the
Keep
kitchen
track.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what we got as far as from cat. So the price for cat right now is at $164,739, unless we add the other two extras on, which we can if we want. Right now, that's just what we want to go with. If you want to look at your other bid, then we also have a John Deere bidded out. Same exact thing going on with the John Deere. You can rent a lot of the stuff. They have rental stuff like that. The John Deere price is $167,197. And it's got, like I said, it's priced out the same way. It's got the bucket, it's got the 42-inch bucket. It's got the 92-inch bucket. It's got the rear hydraulic copper pin. It's got the 24-inch bucket. It's got the quick connection in the front to drop it off. And I believe, what is that, a cubic yard in the front?
1 1/3.
1 1/3. So they're all the same. That's pretty much all the same. That's going to be for your John Deere.
So that price includes everything that we're talking about putting up with.
Except it does not include an 18-inch bucket.
18 inch.
It doesn't include a broom.
Doesn't.
No. All of these bids that you have are exactly the same. Everything's the same.
Gotcha.
Unless you want to add extras. They're exactly the same. The next one's your case tractor. The case is probably one of the, like I said, it's probably, it's a good tractor. we wasn't really comfortable with that one, the way it worked, the road and the tires and everything. But it's a lot cheaper. The case tractor's $152,900.
Yeah, it's not the tractor.
It's not the tractor we're looking for. And then I went ahead because
Geez, the JCB.
I want to give you guys options. The JCB is here. JCB is really big overseas in a lot of foreign countries and all. They're really big in those operations. Over here, Stevens Equipment is the people that sell this and all, so they're really pushing the JCB, even though a lot of townships that has them are not happy. It's $146,690. So my recommendation, and like I said, Dan and I went and looked at these things. We went to look at all of them. Got up there and tried them all out. Even did it at the PSATS conference. My recommendation, we go with the CAT. The 420XI is the one I would recommend that we go
With the options.
with the options.
With the four, yeah.
If we want to do these two extra options, you know, I talked to Elliot today. He said I can send you an updated quote tomorrow to include those two options.
I'll make the motion that we get the CAT, providing you double check the numbers
Oh,
on
yeah.
those additional
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I definitely don't want to go with our grant
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. I don't wanna leave any money on the table.
Yeah,
Closest to the pit.
That's right.
that's right. That's
All
what
right,
we're trying to do.
we're right, we're
So
right.
I make a motion. We go with the CAT.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I'll work this out with these guys in the next week, and then we'll place our orders. And once our orders are placed, that's it.
Yep.
There's no change my mind. All right, so that's done. Next thing we have on the agenda is consider request for funding for the Adams County Library. Everyone review that, and have an opportunity to think about that.
Well, they're looking for additional beyond what we have in the budget, I think, is what that's all about, right?
Is that correct, Wendy?
Yes, it is.
How much?
They will still bill us the $500 in December.
Yeah.
They're doing a special project, they want money for that.
Well, I don't know that how much you want?
It's in the bank,
It doesn't say.
Well,
Give us money.
Well, you know, we had the fire company here tonight, same exact thing. I think before we give more money to the library, we really consider the fire company first.
I agree.
I agree.
So
just a nice letter that you're not interested at this
at this
time.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, make
That's
a
my motion.
Thank you.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Alrighty. Yeah, I got that in the wrong place.
We already did Leroy.
And Roy was here, we did that.
So here's the next one now.
Alright, so the next thing we have is the data center. As I said earlier, at the PSATS conference, the 1 day, 4 hours was nothing but a forum speaking about the data centers and how different municipalities across the state of Pennsylvania has had to deal with data centers and how the data centers that came in and totally disrupted their entire world and brought in things that they were not prepared for and they couldn't stop at all. So is PSATS recommended, and I totally agreed with, we better get ahead of this ball before it comes bouncing into our courtyard, because once it bounces in our courtyard, we can't do anything to stop it. Absolutely nothing.
Dominic again had somewhat of a template to follow there.
He did.
So
He did. And
Is that in the packet?
here you go. Got your own. This came from John.
That's Quincy
is this the
Township.
one? Dominic?
So this is Dominic didn't send us.
No, that's mine.
This is from Quincy Township. I got one for Wendy here too.
Okay, great, I'll take it.
So
out.
anyhow,
Well,
this
I
is
think I
already.
copied her on the email.
Okay, so you can review this particular ordinance here. This is from Quincy Township. I know we have one in here from Cumberland Township. Cumberland Township one.
Well, that's really not an ordinance, that's just kind of telling you what the problems are.
Yeah.
Highland has one.
I have the Holland in your packet. You have the Holland in there as well. Because I did review the Hollands one, and I also talked to the chairman of the Board of Supervisors yesterday, and we had a long conversation about this whole thing. Some of the things that I was worried about is where we wanna put it at. Wendy and I talked about it. Dominic actually talked about it again today. I think we wanna put it in our, if we wanna move forward with doing something sooner than later, we wanna probably put it in our industrial area. Right now, cause we don't want them to come in here and swamp up 150
Yeah,
acres
can
of
we-
farmland. If they come in across the street and Wormall says, I'm gonna sell them 500 acres, we can't stop them.
Yeah, I mean, can we say that you can't do anything on an AR?
We can, but we have to put stipulations in there.
Quincy and, Antrim, they're restricting it to industrial.
Okay, so that's what we'd be doing, the verbiage would be, we're restricting this to industrial, AR's not.
Well, you're permitting it in industrial, and if it's not a permitted use in another district, it's not allowed there,
Okay, cool.
so.
That's an easy button.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Easy error.
But what you have to make sure, if, you have to make sure that there's a place where it can be located in industrial. That's why Quincy and Antrim went with minimum 60-acre lots. Now, some municipalities are saying that it can't be on any more than 100 acres.
100 acres is what.
I don't know if that's gonna fly. I don't know.
Do we even have 100 acres of industrial?
Not industrial,
No.
we do not.
Yeah. So
And the thing is, what, from my understanding, I think John agreed, we can't make it so stringent that it pushes them out because you can't do that. That's against the law.
Yeah.
So we have to make an exception somewhere.
you have to make you have to make sure you have 60 acres in industrial. I don't know if you do or not.
Do you know?
I do not, but I know we got Strabane Township, as we talked to Dominic today, Strabane Township, went through the data center issues, they got to the ordinance. What they did is the county looked at the Strabane Township ordinance, and they are picked up on Strabane Townships for the county, at the county level. I do know today, I don't know if Wendy had a chance to review, but PSATs finally got back. I had Wendy contact PSATs, and PSATs sent, today, her response is back, and it might be in the packet, I might have stapled it.
I didn't see it.
But anyhow, they sent us a link that we can go back to PSATs from the conference, and we can pull all of their ordinances,
Everything they were showing you.
everything that they had up there, we can pull that and we can pick and choose what fits us best. They've already done it, all we have to do is respond when it will fit us.
Yeah, okay.
And like I said, she did respond back,
Good.
with the link to the whole nine yards. So,
Look at the Quincy Township one. It's got stuff in there protecting nearby wells. It's got stuff in there about where you get the power for it. It's got a provision in there that if you're located, I think within a mile of the facility, and if within 10 years you sell your property and it sells less than what it would have been without the data center there, they have to pay the difference.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's a
I
concern.
mean, that's good. I mean, I didn't know that you could do something like that.
Well, that's-
Addition like that.
No, yeah, that's in the Quincy
That's
Township
great.
one, yeah. There's, I haven't seen that, I've probably reviewed 10 other township ordinances at least, if not more, and I've only seen that in one or two, the property one.
Has it gone to court?
No, I think it'll fly.
You think it will?
We had that, Antrim Township had that in their landfill ordinance.
Oh, yeah, she got a test case there.
And when the landfill came in, this came up at a meeting the other night, I said, I think the landfill purchased 15 properties, and someone was in there and said, no, it was more like 25. So, they didn't challenge it. Waste Management, one of the biggest,
Oh, yeah.
they had the lawyers to challenge it, and they just,
Alright.
you
And
know,
then one
so.
of the biggest issues that was up there is they had these data center guys coming in who had really deep pockets. And they would come to our farm and say, hey, I'll give you $10,000 an acre right now today. And the farmer was like, what? And
It's all venture money.
that's nothing for them.
There's stuff in there about noise, there's stuff about vibration,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
there's that,
It's about the water system.
Yeah,
in
about
there.
water, there's about 5 or 6 pages on
And
water.
you guys wanna see what this looks like, go down to Northern Virginia and just hang out in a parking lot, listen to it hum.
Yeah.
It's not something that's
Yeah,
coming.
because see, that's what roofs all bad thing. You know, you might get one little battery here that hums, but you put 100 batteries in
Oh,
there,
you hear it.
those babies are whistling.
You go down there and you hang out in a parking lot.
Well, that's the same way with those, up at State College and Mount Teton area up there where they have those windmills. You
Yeah.
put one windmill up, hey, that's fine then, you put 100 of them in a row, that's a whole new bet.
One of the supervisors in Antrim actually works, his company builds data centers.
Oh, no way.
So he kind of, not,
He had
it's,
to recuse himself.
no, he really didn't recuse himself in drafting this because there was nothing proposed in Antrim. And he pointed out a lot of the problems with data centers. I wasn't aware of the vibration one, I wasn't aware of the noise one.
Well, the big thing for us too around here with this pothole, as you talk about, if they come in here with water source, they could drain our system in a heartbeat.
Easy, and they're just gonna dump it in a flat run,
Right,
right?
but you can put in your conditional use in here, they have a closed loop system.
Yeah, they got
So they keep,
I don't know, that is in there, I think that they have to reuse the water. I think it's in, look, take a look at that, and I've gotta tell you, there's about 3 other engineers, I was away for a week, I got back today, and I got comments from 2 other engineers, so there might be additional changes to that. There's 5 other townships looking at that, besides you right now, and, well, one, it's 3 different engineers, because a couple of the engineers represent both townships.
Man, I wish we could pull together on that.
It's a nationwide issue.
I've been working, I put this ahead of the conservation by design, because I had 5 townships jumping down my throat, we gotta get something for
well,
data
and that's the
centers.
problem.
Did we get a discount then?
Well, you haven't been billed at all for that.
Perfect, that's what we wanted, see how we're saving you money?
See, that's,
No, seriously, you
That's
have
a
to.
lot of
and
money.
that's exactly what you were saying, the piece that's in, but we have that, if you're, some of those townships in upstate
Well,
PA, they didn't think that they would come and bother them at all.
Yeah.
But the next thing they know, the one township alone, Monroe County, they had 11 data centers hit them all at one time.
Well, I think we're,
Holy
you
smokes.
know, I've been thinking about this for a while, we've got someone that owns a lot of property here.
Well, and
Over 15.
they've already approached Strabane Township, so that's in Adams County.
Yeah.
So the data centers are here.
well, I just gotta be straight with you, so far I've been billing, if I spend an hour, I split it 5 ways, now it's gonna be split 6 ways, because you guys are on board now.
No, there you go, all right.
So my motion is.
But most of the work is done.
So one of the motions I had tonight, specifically on this, that we move forward with adopting some type of ordinance to address data centers
Yep.
immediately, because it's, or we have to do, what is a moratorium to give us time to do that. Some townships give themselves,
Well,
Yeah, that
why
would be this.
don't you look at that? I said I was 25% done on the zoning, we're 95% done from my other townships on that.
And I'll second
So
your
we
motion.
have that in June, you think, to get it started advertising?
That's up to them, if
If
they,
they're okay with that, would you have it ready for us to advertise in June?
I can have it, I'll have to
Draft.
prepare the ad.
Yes.
I mean, all I got, on that, I have that in my system, I can just change, I'll have to change some sections, to match your your zone.
Right,
Yeah,
but I'm saying
yeah.
a month from now, and we have another meeting, at that meeting, can we vote to advertise?
Yeah, you can vote to advertise,
So we'll
yeah.
put this on, they'll have this month to look at that, tweak it, and then in June, we'll do the motion to advertise the adoption of the ordinance and hold
Right.
hearings and move forward.
So
Yeah.
do we need to make a motion to move ahead then?
yeah, I made a motion to
You
read
just
it.
made
So I'm
that
gonna,
motion.
I'm gonna second that motion.
All right,
All in
great.
favor?
Aye.
All right.
Yeah, but I can't advertise it till you guys really look at it, you gotta look
No,
at it.
no, you'll advertise it in June. This is all to move forward to get it on
I
the
mean, the
June
good news is,
agenda.
there's a lot of other people that have already addressed this very difficult problem ahead of us. So it's not like we gotta reinvent the wheel, we could actually do.
No, I don't think, other than, the ag security you'll see a bunch of stuff in there right at the beginning about, you know, the ag preservation. But there's only like maybe half a page on that part. And it's what I said, prime ag soils, 1 and 2, you can only develop so much. But that came from a lot of my townships that have solar ordinances.
I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that if there's an individual property owner, they too can do the land conservation like I'm doing, and this is not an option. So not only do we at the ordinance level, but individual property owners can do this as well. Right? So we got 2 ways to protect the community.
Okay, so all right.
So we're good on that. So the only thing is, we need to go in executive session, to discuss a few things. Other than that, I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Well, let's adjourn after the executive session. Let's go to the executive session, come back.
See you later.
You guys don't have to hang out.
Are we gonna stay here then if everyone's, the chief's back?
This is the fairly long.
All right, let's go over there then.
You good? You need us?
They tabled the policy till the camcorder.
Thanks for coming.
Oh. All right, so let's go over there and do this. Hopefully we can get your training,
Yeah, so then it all down.
I'm not doing it, but we know how to change it. I'm just like.
I think I wish I'd have brought some bucks.
Brought some I just want to.
I got a half notion to go get a bottle.
It's just like a rush.
Put it in your, oh, you don't have your suitcase. That's right, take your briefcase. How many are you?
Oh, pretty good, how you doing?
Oh,
Thought
look.
I'd see my civics in progress here.
Oh, there you go.
It's,
It is a
it's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work.
I'm doing it for Church Caterpillar, I'm a shareholder.
Oh, you really?